So I learned something yesterday about my husband that just completely bamboozled me to my core. I was telling him yesterday that my daughter found one of her Christmas presents under the Christmas tree and came into the bathroom to show me, look, mommy, princesses, because it was princess little board book kit. So I told him I let her have it and just told her that, we can't unwrap any more Christmas presents because those have to be saved for Christmas Day. And if we do that, then we're going to have to take them back. And then he says, but why does she have any presents under the tree anyway? And that made me pause. And then I said, I don't understand your question. Of course she has presents under the tree. Why wouldn't she have any? And he goes, because Santa brings the presents. I said, well, yes, Santa brings like 1 or 2 presents in the stocking, but as parents, we also get presents. And then he says, well, growing up, Santa brought all of our Christmas presents. We didn't have any presents under the tree. And on Christmas morning, we woke up and all of our Christmas presents were wrapped under the tree from Santa and the stocking. What? At this point, my mind is just blown. I said, that is not normal. No. And that is absolutely not how we will be doing Santa. Like, Santa brings the stocking, of course, and then 1 or 2 presents. I said, that is not like a normal Santa experience. And he is so convinced that it is. He's like, this is how a lot of people do Santa. He goes, this is how Santa is done in the movies. Which it's not. Obviously, parents get their kids Christmas presents, and yes, Santa brings presents. Whether they're wrapped or unwrapped, I feel like that's just family preference. Mine weren't wrapped, and it was always kind of the big gift because that's always kind of what we knew to ask Santa for. But it was really just whatever we asked him for. Like one time, I just asked for a teddy bear, and Santa brought me a teddy bear. But I told him, that is not how we will be doing Santa, because that is not normal. And so if that was your Santa experience, please let me know. But also, please validate my Santa experience and what I feel like the rest of people's Santa experiences are, because I just cannot get over this. Like, I've never heard of Santa being done this way.
Nor have I. When I grew up, there were a few presents. We didn't have a lot, so not many presents under the tree Christmas Day. There were a lot more presents under the tree for you at my aunt's house for Christmas Eve, but there were presents that your parents got you that were under the tree, wrapped. And on Christmas Eve, when you went to bed, those were the presents that were out. They were wrapped. It looked all great. It was lit up all the night. And on Christmas morning, you'd come down, and the toy or toys, 1 or 2 toys that Santa left you would be unwrapped and set up in front of the tree and the other presents. But is Santa giving all the presents? So your tree is barren all the way up until Christmas Eve, and then all of it comes from Santa? With all due respect, Santa wasn't the one out there laying sod and planting trees to get those things paid for. So I'm taking some fucking credit on that. You know what I mean?